Good morning, Maz Gang, and happy Sunday. It is finally hot enough to wear some sleeveless shirts. My gosh, it feels like it has been such a long, cold season. We're now in what, close to the end of May? Um, yeah, but it feels good to be outside and like feeling the sun. I'm just out here walking Braxton for the first time this morning. Um, I had a long week last week and a good sleep last night. Like I fell asleep at maybe like 10 and didn't wake up until close to 7 this morning. So yeah, I got a lot of sleep, more than I normally do, but it was well needed. Today, I don't know that we have any plans. Today we're just taking it by ear. It's gonna be a very chill Sunday. At least that's what I think. Um, so we'll see what it is that we have to do. This week I may or may not have another big order for my doctor. So I have to confirm that tomorrow because of course her office is closed today. So if anything, I might just be like trying to pre-portion out some stuff today, just in case she does say yes. Because if she does, then I don't want to be like scrambling to do everything tomorrow. Yeah, but outside of that, yeah, just gonna be taking it easy this week. I think I definitely been going hard the last couple of weeks, and in me trying to build all of this and tick off all of these goals, I still have to remember that I have to take care of myself. You know, and taking care of myself includes rest. It also includes like doing things that are gonna keep me healthy. At the start of the year, that's one of those things that I really wanted to keep up with this year. So one, eating better, and then two, working out. I think for the most part, I've kept up with the eating better. I need to get back to the working out. So this week, I want to get back into one or two things. I either want to go back to the gym, or I want to go and play tennis. So I think it might be the latter. We'll see, because I know Jay been like wanting to play. He hasn't been playing either, which is my tennis partner. Yeah, so I need to get back out there, especially now that the weather is nice. Yeah, so we'll see what the day has in store. Braxton, you ready to go inside? Come, baby. Come. They want to see you. Y'all want to see Braxton, I'm sure. Oh, there we go. Hey, baby. Say good morning. Morning. Hello, guys. So, we decided that we are gonna grill. It's so funny because we just saw a comment where somebody was saying that they can realize that a lot is going on our end because videos will jump with like let me see, is that parking spot down there? Videos will jump from like say Sunday to Wednesday or vice versa. And I mean, yeah, that is a huge part of it, particularly for Brian, who is home. Yeah, the monotony in the days, and then a lot of the days too, we don't cook every day. We've been trying to, or he's been trying to cook something that can last more than one day, just to make it easy on himself in general. So that's part of it too. For me, with my job, when I'm at work, can't really share anything work related. That's against policy, just based on the industry I'm in and the company that I work for. Outside of that, when I leave work, the energy that I have, I typically try and save it for my family, because I'm only up for so many hours after work is done, so I try and give my undivided attention when I'm home. So you really only see me hop on a Saturday, because Saturday I only work part of the day. You'll see me come on if I have a day off during the week, which a lot of the times these days I've actually been going in on my day off, even if it's just for like a part of the day. So I try and record then, and then of course Sundays we're always off, have time to record. So a lot of the times the bulk of the video is actually recorded on our day on a Sunday. But yeah, we decided to grill today, so you're gonna see the grilling. And as you can tell, like, we use every opportunity now to be outside and on the deck, and especially now, as I told you, because the weather is nice today. yeah, we're just looking forward to being able to use the space outside and make it even better than it already is, because you know we just recently got some stuff from Wayfair for our backyard, and then we've been getting stuff from Costway from before for there too. So yeah, we are hoping that, you know, during summer, now that we have more spaces just close to home that we can go to, or even at home, just being able to do things outdoors now, that we will have more to be able to show you in these videos. So we appreciate all of y'all who stick through the boringness whenever it is in that phase or in that season for us, but we know that y'all are here for the good, the bad, all of it. So I'm here at the grocery store now at Publix, just trying to grab a couple of things. We didn't have enough burgers, and Brian wants to do burgers and hot dogs today, so we didn't have enough burgers, so I'm here to get that. We need hot dog buns, and then I think he also wants sausage links, so getting that. I don't know what sides to get because I don't think we really have any sides. The last time I think we just did it with chips. I do see that they have bubbly on sale today, so I might get some sparkling water, because that's mostly what I would say Brian and I drink these days. And then we'll have an occasional zero sugar soda. Yeah, so just picking up some stuff and then heading back home. What did start out as a very good day, though, I can see it's like cloudy in certain areas and it did start drizzling, so I hope it doesn't get humid, because that's one kind of heat that I don't enjoy. I enjoy summer heat. I enjoy when it's breezy, especially, and there's summer heat, but humidity, yeah, that's the kind of heat I cannot get with. Well, let me go pick up this stuff, and then when we head back home, we'll go and see what Brian is up to with the grilling. Just in time. See guys, this is why you cannot send me to the grocery store. I almost left the damn thing that I came here for, which was really the burger meat. Time to head home. Mr. Chef is getting ready. Careful how you twist in there now.
It's just my neck.
You can give me that. Thank you. We got our sausage links, our regular hot dogs. We got some seasoned burger patties in there.
Yeah.
And then the chef that you kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Only for me.
Come through, I think I need you. I swear it's hard to keep these feelings to myself. Now you're the one I'm thinking about. My higher by my rocket love. Fuck gravity, I'd rather stay with you. We can get away. Palm trees, beach views with an everything. All I wanna hear is
What's up, Maz gang? So I'm outside with the fan because it is hot.
It's not that bad. It's breezy.
That's the Jamaican talking. I guess because I'm standing in front of because I'm standing in front of the grill. It feels really hot outside.
Shut up. Thank you. Sorry.
But yeah, everything is done. I just have it on the grill. I put the cheese on the burgers.
Oh, you did? I brought my cheese.
Oh shit. Well, there's one that don't have cheese on it, so.
Good.
But that cheese don't come back good either.
Huh?
It don't come back good.
Oh,
like
really?
it break apart. Like the white and the
separate.
They separate.
Oh well.
Yeah. So, yeah, everything is done. We're gonna have some guests come over. We invited Whitney and Brandy, but they literally just ate the same thing because Brandy went to a barbecue yesterday. So, yeah, Chris and his sister Lauren are coming, and I'm excited.
There are two people that were on the cruise too.
Yes, they were on the cruise. So yes, I'm very excited to see them. But I'm just chilling out here. Alec is about to
unload the spread.
Unload the spread. He's about to put it on a foil pan, bring it over here, and we're about to chat out. So I guess I'll show y'all once the food gets over here.
Take a plane, baby, whichever is faster. Whichever one is in a hassle. you gotta work from 3 to 9. Oh, I get you home by a decent time. Wait, fuck your bed, you can sleep in mine. Yeah, let's make it happen, girl, I need some time. Speaking of time, who stopped it? That's the feeling that I get when we
Hey guys, see, I'm trying to do better. Today's Monday. I recorded yesterday on Sunday and checking in with you guys again today. So I just got home from work not too long ago. Just came upstairs just to change. We are about to go and eat dinner downstairs as a family. I also have to prepare stuff to bake tonight. I hope y'all ain't bored of the baking content just yet, but you know, Sticky Spoon right now is a huge part of my life. So I did confirm I do have my second catering order tomorrow, and it's gonna be another set of 30 rolls. Thankfully, she kind of gives me the freedom to do whatever it is that I would like in terms of what I prepare for them. So tomorrow I'm still gonna be doing the OG roll. Probably gonna do half of it OG and then half of it as the Oreo Kidding Me. So the Oreo Kidding Me is my cookies and cream roll. I've done it a couple times before, but I haven't done it in a little while. And we are gonna be having this one at our next pop-up, which is on the 30th and the 31st. So it's an opportunity for me to, you know, make sure I get everything perfected before that one too, because after doing it tonight, I probably won't be doing it again until we're doing the pop-up. So yeah, trying to do something a little bit different with this, because so far I've only been using glazes on the cinnamon rolls, just because with cottage law, you're really not supposed to be doing anything in terms of like topping that has dairy in there. So the glaze is something that doesn't have to have dairy milk. I have plant milk in there. So I've been sticking by cottage law standards with that. I want to try and do something that has something more frosting like. So I'm going to be doing a dairy-free frosting today and see how that pairs with the rest of the roll. Outside of that, I do want to make a small addition to the roll as well. So to really make it more cookies and cream in terms of amping up the flavor, I used to just have Oreo cookies in the middle of the roll with a little bit of the cinnamon brown sugar, but I want to try adding a little bit of white chocolate chips in there. So you're getting the cookies and a little bit more of the cream aspect of it. So I'm really trying to incorporate the cream a little bit more in both topping as well as in the roll itself, because I also did have like a chocolate drizzle on the top. So, you know, I'm just trying to balance things out to make sure that, you know, you get the best flavor profile as possible, and that when you see the ingredients or the flavor, that you're tasting exactly what the flavor says that it is. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Tomorrow I have the day off of work, which is great. So even when I stay up late baking tonight, I still get enough rest tomorrow, because 30 rolls now, like 4 or 5 weeks ago, 30 rolls would have taken me a long time to do. Now I can bang out 30 rolls like that because I have gotten a whole lot of practice. Yeah, so it shouldn't be too long of a night. Shouldn't be too stressful of a night. Yeah, so hopefully everything comes out good and I don't have any issues. Let me knock on wood, because I don't necessarily have the best luck all the time, so I'm not trying to jinx myself tonight. But anyways, I'm gonna go downstairs with the rest of the family, so I'll see you guys down there. All right, guys, so I just finished making my doughs. So, oh geez, I almost dropped it. Have my Oreo one here, and then I already have my OG swirl dough in the fridge. So I'm gonna have them proofing in the fridge overnight. Normally when it is that you proof dough overnight in the fridge, it helps to develop the flavor. So it does taste better whenever it is that you do bake them. And then I like to bake my rolls the day of, or like a couple hours before. So because I'm not gonna be dropping these off until around 5, 6-ish, I'm probably gonna get some rest and then wake up and be able to bake them around 11 midday, and I will be able to get everything packaged before I gotta go and deliver at 5. Yeah, so far everything is going well. I almost had a little slip up with my Oreo dough. Almost forgot the sugar in it, which would have been terrible. But the good thing is that, you know, when it is that you've gotten used to baking, is that just by the texture of something, you'll realize that something is missing. So I realized when I was mixing the dough, it looked a little bit different than normal. So I was just like, let me think back and see what it is that I missed. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna try and clean up this kitchen a little bit, and then I'll catch you guys back in the morning when I actually start baking and doing up the packages for these things. Good night. All right, guys, I shaved this morning so that when I do my delivery later that everything looks good. But it is the next day, and I am here now prepared to finish up these rolls. Have my dough proofed, about to roll it out and then get them in the oven. Still have about 4 and something hours, so still on very, very good time. Here's my little setup, and then I have like my packaging stuff done already. Guys, so just dropped off my order. Got there just in time, probably about 10 minutes before it is that I needed to be there, but they were very appreciative again, and they thought that the Oreo one looked very, 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 very good. So
It did look good.
yeah, I think it tasted just as good as it looked, right?
It did. It was really, really good.
Yeah, Brian got like a tiny sample of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are now stopping for dinner because the days when it is that I'm preparing big orders like this,
I don't have access to the kitchen.
yeah, so I kind of take over the entire kitchen. So now we have to buy something. We're here at Golden Crust, gonna see if there's anything in there that I like, because you know I'm not the biggest fan of Golden Crust.
Yeah.
I think Brian will find a couple of things there that he can choose from. Buy a few for soup, and even though I don't really like their soup,
It'll do.
I don't have a choice because there's nowhere else that does like the kind of soup that I want. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and see if there's anything in there. They do have like sweet chili wings though, which I really, really enjoy. That you brought home the other day was very, very good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see what we can get, guys. Hey guys, so I am back home, but I was like, let me give some context for my dislike for Golden Crust. First off, it's that the location that's closest to us, I find that I've found some other locations that do certain things better than they do it. So like the curry goat, I like the curry goat at Golden Crust, particularly the one that's in Douglasville. This particular one, the one in South Fulton, I have ordered like jerk chicken from there, and I find it's very dry. I think their oxtail is good. Sorry for the plane. But I think their oxtail is good, but it's on the sweeter side, which for me, I don't like my brown stew anything to be super sweet. Then now, when it comes to the soup, let me tell you the story with the soup. I had ordered red pea soup from this Golden Crust. When you have red pea soup, you're either expecting one like a deep reddish color, or you're expecting it to be like a diluted red, which you can tell it's like diluted by something like coconut milk. So the color of the soup just wasn't what I was expecting. Then the part that really threw me off, because the color was off first, then the second thing that was off was that it had turkey in there. We do not even serve turkey like that other than turkey neck in Jamaica. So to find turkey in the soup for red peas when I'm expecting pigtail or stew beef, Yeah, that just threw me all the way off. And then it just didn't taste like what I'm used to. So even the consistency of it was very thin. Whereas I'm used to like a thicker red pea soup, or I like a thicker red pea soup. So today I asked them what they had. They said that they had chicken. I'm trying to show you without turning over the whole of my soup. But they had chicken. And I said, okay, well, I'll try the chicken because I feel like this is a safe bet. And it's actually really good. It's actually really good. I don't know, I've been in the mood for soup a whole lot these days. It's just one of those things that I think instantly brings me back to Jamaica. And in Jamaica, soup is like really easily accessible at restaurants, whereas I find here it's really difficult to find a nice hearty soup. So yeah, if you guys know of any place that's in Georgia that has good soup, then you can probably let me know. And it's so fun because as a kid I used to dislike soup a whole lot, but I guess it makes sense when you're growing up in a country where it's 90 something degree weather, you don't have internal air, or you don't use air conditioning a whole lot. When I would get it when I was at school, I was outside in the heat. Our classrooms didn't have ceiling fans. You only was depending on the air coming through louver windows. So I had some hot ass days in Jamaica. So the last thing I wanted was soup when it was hot. But you see, as I've grown older, you can give me soup 5 days a week and I would be very, very pleased. Yeah, but my apologies, Golden Cross. It was very good today. They gave me good service today too, because at the end when they're like cashing me out, I asked for fried dumpling because I saw that they had it there, so I could have it with the soup, and the guy ended up giving me 2, so thank you for that too. But anyways,
Oh, I see Braxton and just leave you.
hey baby. Yeah, I was telling them about my I was correcting myself for my disdain for Golden Cross.
Why?
What do you say? Why? Because they did good today. I have to give them credit where credit is due. You sitting down? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I was giving them credit where credit is due. You gotta be fair. Yeah, and I mean their curry chicken is decent.
Yeah,
but
not bad.
for me, again, like Brian to me cooks better Jamaican food than they do, which I get it. Like Brian is cooking for a household, they're cooking for
The multitude.
a multitude of people. But when I have it at home and I'm spoiled, that's why I don't see myself spending $15 to $18 on a plate of food. Especially because in Jamaica that shit costs $9 or less. That's hard for me to spend. I'm sorry.
But also in Jamaica, you don't get as much food either.
That's true. I think we get what we need. You guys' is small is like bigger than or large.
Yes, it is.
Hey, baby. And but you in put this down there now?
I mean, I can.
We got ourselves the little things to ward off flies.
The ones that I'm used to seeing go this way typically.
Yeah.
So for when you're going up like this, is kind of funny.
But I think once it starts blowing, does it go up?
And it's a very weak spin.
It normally is, and then the breeze like helps it blow more. Yeah, that's not weak compared to the ones I've seen.
So you got 40s?
Yeah, 4 of them. But yeah, guys, this is all I'm eating for dinner today. I got the sweet chili wings too, and I had just 2 of them. But we're waiting on BJ to get back. He's at the pool, so last day before he goes home for summer. Well, not home, to Orlando for summer. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go. Bye. Tell them bye.
Bye.
Nothing left the ball. Sir, you're supposed to go.
Go get the ball. What's up, Maz gang? How y'all doing today? I hope y'all are having a good week. What day is it today? Today is Thursday. Okay, well, my week has been decent so far. As you can see, I'm here doing laundry, and you know, Mr. Nosy Man is not too far behind, Mr. Braxton. Yeah, he's right there. But yeah, I haven't forgotten about you guys. I'm going to tell you the story of the Chicago Five. I just had to verify some of the details and figure out how I can tell the story and not, incriminate anyone or anything like that. So I will be telling the story shortly, at least sometime during this video. But yeah, man, the week's going good. Alec had one of his orders, his last order for the doctor to fulfill, and we did that Wednesday. So he dropped it off, and everything was a success, man. Even this pop-up that's coming is really good. Like, the amount of rolls that he had to do for the first pop-up is the amount of rolls he has to do for the first day. So that's because it's a 2-day. So we have 3 locations. First time it was 2. It was Fairburn and Douglasville. So now the second one is the third location is Morrow. So he's gonna be a busy boy. So yeah, I'm just so proud of him, man. And I'm so grateful for you guys supporting him. What else has happened this week? School is out. Today was the first official day. Well, I guess tomorrow would be the first official day of summer. Because today was the last day of school. However, I sent y'all's nephew down on Wednesday. I sent him yesterday. Because now that your boy has to buy flights, now that I have to pay for tickets, I had to choose the cheaper one. And it was cheaper to send him this week, well, that Wednesday versus any other day in the week. Plus Memorial Weekend is coming. So, like, that was the last day that was, like, a decent price. So he didn't go to the last day of school. But every day this week was just a half a day. So he was fine. You know, them kids don't like going to school, no way. But yeah, so he's with his mom in Orlando right now. So Alec and I are empty nesters for a little bit. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna finish this laundry. I'm actually watching this movie. It's called Sleepaway Camp 2. Dang, I really wanted to watch the first one. But Sleepaway Camp, it's from like the 80s. I'm finding that I'm getting into like the older horror movies. So I've never heard anything about this. I don't think it was that big. But I'm going to watch it. And then hopefully I can watch the first one. The first one was like $3.99 on Prime. And I didn't feel like paying for it. So I'm watching 2 that's on... No, it was on Peacock. It was $3.99 on Peacock. So I'm watching Sleepaway Camp 2 on Prime for free. And maybe I'll go back and watch the first one if I like the second one. But yeah, let me finish this and I will get back to y'all with y'all's updated story. Story time. So I'll see y'all in a little bit.
Hey guys, so today is Thursday. Didn't record anything yesterday, but BJ left yesterday to go back to Orlando for the summer to stay with his mom. Once it is that I got home, we just ate dinner, and yeah, I literally just fell asleep on the couch, got up, was trying to finish a reel that I started, because now I have started sharing on my personal social media again. So I was trying to edit a reel for the Sticky Spoon. And yeah, by the time I looked, it was time for me to go to bed, to go to work again today. But today I feel a lot more rested. But yeah, I wanted to share that Yes, I've now returned to social media on my personal profile. Before I started Meet the Maslins, like I used to enjoy posting on my personal social media a lot. So I used to go out to parties a lot with my friends. So I would like post a lot of things of me dressing up or like me particularly going to carnival and me traveling, things like that. But once it is that I got into the thick of it with Meet the Maslins, to be honest, it just became too much to manage so many different social media profiles because I was doing a whole lot, especially in the beginning with the YouTube and or Instagram, like responding to all the comments and like doing everything business related with that. I know these days I'm not good with it at all because honestly, it had just gotten to a point where, all of y'all have been giving us so much love that yeah, we just couldn't keep up with it anymore once it is that I started working full time. Yeah, because I spend so much time at work, come home, and then we're doing a lot here too, trying to keep up with the YouTube. Yeah, so it became a lot for me to share on my own social media. And to be honest, it didn't even feel important anymore. Like it felt like it didn't really have a purpose. So I just became one of those that was silent on Instagram, just scrolling and liking things. But this baking now has really done so much for me that I did not expect. You know, I've always prided myself on doing work and whatever it is that I have my name attached to, doing it well. And I do enjoy my day job, but I feel like I've really fallen in love with baking again. Um, when it is that I was doing it back in Jamaica, it really was a hustle. And I feel like when something is a hustle, like you're really doing it for the money, like you're doing it to make a buck, you're doing it to make it by because, things are difficult. Whereas now I feel like I'm making all the moves and taking all the time and putting in the effort to really build something that I'm passionate about. And it feels really good. So even the sleepless nights that I experience, like it all feels worth it. Um, on that note, yes, now I've been starting to share like a lot of the behind the scenes of the baking through short form on Instagram on my own page. So my handle is Chiki CHIKI 9178. Um, I don't know. I feel like I need to change that because I feel like most people don't even know me as Chicky anymore because that was my nickname back in Jamaica. Um, and then I do like joint posts through that and the sticky spoon. So I've been doing these reels. I've done maybe about 3 or 4 of them now. And it shares like behind the scenes of the orders that I'm doing, as well as a little bit of my story with the baking too. So I know that we're not really sharing those kinds of things here on YouTube, other than, me, of course, talking and telling you about the story. So I was thinking about actually sharing it from my own um, YouTube as well. So I just changed the name of my YouTube to the Sticky Spoon Baking. So if you want, y'all can go and give it a little subscribe there if it is that you want to see that short form content. Because I definitely don't think at any point we are trying to add on editing any other kind of long form content. And it kind of feels misplaced to me to have the baking short form videos here on Meet the Maslins. So as I said, this is just my little passion project on the side. And because I'm already doing it for my personal social media, I figured might as well post it somewhere in the YouTube universe for those of you who are interested in following that journey. Yeah, so go ahead and give me a little support. But yeah, I also did a little Amazon haul, which came in today because I had to buy or re-up on some stuff for the pop-up that we're going to be having next weekend. So far, orders are looking great. Like, we probably have 1.5 times the amount of people that ordered the first time. So that's pretty exciting. So I got more containers, I got more bags, which I've gone ahead to like get stamped and labeled. So I am way ahead of time now in terms of preparing. And I'm going to be doing a lot of that preparation into this Memorial Day weekend since I'll have the time. And it's going to be raining, so we're supposed to be inside, which I'm a little bit sad about, because one of the things that I got in the haul, or a couple of the things I got, are all in relation to our backyard. So I got some cushions to go in the seating that we have downstairs now. We wanted to have like a little pop of color, so I got these to go in there. I also got like one of those huge high velocity industrial looking fans. Well, not huge. This one is one of those that sit on the floor. So I think that that should help with like any of the little bug problems that we have there. And then I also got a little watering can. Let me go and grab that quickly. I'm coming back, guys. I'm coming back. Yeah, but again, in the whole vein of adding color, I just got like a little watering can, again with that little orange color. Yeah, so for little palm trees and plants that we're gonna have back there, we'll have this. Yeah, so I'm really loving outside, if you guys can't tell. Like, I look forward to spending every weekend out there. I'm hoping that the rain holds up this weekend so we can actually go and grill, because I would really like to spend my Memorial Day doing that. You know, it feels correct. And then, I also bought a laptop cover. Forever, I dread when I have to put this on my legs, because the MacBook is like chrome, and that is so cold every time you have to put it down. But here's my cover. It's like a composition notebook. So I think it's pretty cute. What I was planning to do is have like, you know how you'd have people that write the heart and the little arrow going through the heart? So I was gonna put Alec plus Brian with a little heart and the arrow going through it. And then I want to put like stickers from all the little things. So like I'd have the sticky spoon sticker somewhere up there. And then all the other little promotional things that we've done, I would put those stickers on this as well. So, because at some point I was collecting stickers of things that we were doing. So I think it will be a pretty cute memento for this laptop, which really has seen us through so many of our little ventures, especially in sharing here on YouTube. Yeah. But anyways, guys, that's my little check-in for tonight. I am about to go and finish editing a video, because I have to do a voiceover for the last reel that I'm going to be posting for the catering order that I did earlier this week. So again, you guys can go and check it out either on my page, Chicky9178, or at the Sticky Spoon Baking Company, at the Sticky Spoon Baking Co., which is on Instagram, or I guess on YouTube at the Sticky Spoon Baking. Yeah. All right, guys. So good night. Well, A plus B, B plus A, you choose.
Okay. Do you want it right here, or do you want it like B plus A? Or
I mean, it don't have to be on the line.
Oh, so you want it big?
Yeah. Brian is the artist out of the two of us, so at least that way, if it look bad, I can blame him. Oh my God, Brian, why would you make it this big? I'm joking. Brian not even gonna take me on.
And give me another one.
Another what color?
Mm-hmm.
Like a high school notebook. It's better in the red. Braxton is like, where's my name? Why you say it's bad?
Because I messed up.
It looks like a true high school work of art. Yes, as he said, we do need stickers, but I think we have a few to start out, but it's meant to grow over time. Yeah, I like it. I think it has, as I said, that high school charm, which is exactly what we were going for. Well, what I was going for at least. So thank you.
What's going on, Maz Gang? So I am currently on my way to the store. I need to get some meat. Like I gotta go meat shopping because I haven't bought meat in a while. So I'm about to go do that. I'm also getting some stuff for a little kickback that Alec and I are having for some of our friends coming over the house. We met them last year on the cruise, and like I said the other day, the Maz Gang has become family. So we invited a couple of people over to have, you know, just some drinks and food. So I'm going to go get some stuff to make something quick, nothing heavy. But you know me, I cook for the multitude. I don't really know how to cook for a little bit of people. So I will be getting stuff for that. I also think so I need to go to the to another store and get some sheets because we're changing. Okay, that was quick. We're changing BJ's room, and I realized I only have like 2 fitted sheets for a queen size mattress. I don't know what happened to the rest of them, so I'm going to get some sheets for the bed. But yeah, outside of that, man, it's been real chill. Same old, same old. So I had to get some information about the Chicago 5 because it's been a while since I had heard the story, and I had to make sure that I got some of my facts right. Okay. Yo, I hate driving when they do this road work, like they're trimming trees and they have people like directing traffic. It's a little nerve-wracking. But yeah, so the Chicago 5. All right. So this happened years ago, and obviously, you know, a lot of the stories that are told on the aircraft are hearsay. I know it's a factual situation. It definitely did happen. But it's like a game of telephone. One person says something and then somebody skews it a little bit, and yeah. But it all started when a Chicago group of 5 young ladies, they all decided to like buddy bid. I think at the time you could only buddy bid with 3 because we had, I don't know, airport lingo. If you don't understand something, I'll explain it later. But back in the day, we used to have a core pairing of 3 people. So 3 people could always work together in any given month if they buddy bid. So buddy bidding is when all 3 of you guys pick the same exact schedules. You all fly together for the whole month. And then there was 2 of them that would bid for chaser pairing. So, or they would alternate it. You know what I mean? A group of 5 girls would alternate this whole buddy bid situation. So whenever they flew together, it was a party. Like, it was a good time. Like, they had a great time together. And I don't know who. Damn. I'm getting a call, y'all. Give me a minute. All right, y'all. I'm back. Sorry about that. Anywho. So, of the 5 girls, 3 of them are working a trip together. And, you know, when you work with a group of people for the same month, like, they will alternate who brings lunch. So this one girl, she brought lunch for the entire crew, pilots included, because she had a crush on the FO that they were going to be working with. So she brought the lunch, but she forgot her hot sauce. So, you know, mid-flight, I guess she decides she's ready to eat. She calls to the cockpit and asks the first officer if he has hot sauce. Now, like I said, she has a crush on him, and of course, you know, like, pilots sometimes can be a little loose. So he was flirting with her, and he told her, listen, I got hot sauce, but you got to work for it. She had to work for the hot sauce. So they set up cockpit procedures, and she went inside. Don't ask me what she did. You guys can use your imagination. And she came back outside with the hot sauce. And she left it on the table on the galley. So whenever they did cockpit procedures again, he would take the hot sauce and went back inside. So of course, you know, flight attendants talk and they're best friends. Like they all fly together every month. She had a conversation on the layover about what it was that she did. So, and how it was just so funny that she had to use hot sauce to get it or whatever. And like, I guess it became a thing. All right, so we got around with the pilots because, you know, pilots talk just as much as flight attendants. So what would happen is if the pilot liked what they saw out of the 5, they would call for cockpit procedures and they would put the bottle of hot sauce on the galley counter. If the girl was down, she would take the hot sauce bottle and like take it with her into the cockpit, and then, you know, whatever happened. So this went on for months and months, and then I think eventually it got to the point to where these girls were like doing things on their layovers with pilots. It became like a brothel. Like they were in it full throttle, but like I don't know, they didn't get anything out of it besides the sex. I don't know, but somehow it got around the airline. You know, people talk. It got around the airline that things were going down. They couldn't pinpoint whether or not it was actually happening in the cockpit, or if it was just offsite, like on a layover. The airline can't do anything if something's going on a layover because you're on your own personal time by that time. But if it's going on in the cockpit, it's a federal issue. So of course it gets back to Spirit, and they somehow start investigating unbeknownst to the girls. So I don't know how they did that part, but I'm assuming they had people on the flight to watch what it was that the girls were doing, and if they saw hot sauce bottles, it would go inside. Like they started to notice trends or patterns or whatever. So it eventually came to a point to where HR ended up calling all of the girls in, and they ended up calling the pilots that the girls worked, like, and the flights that the girls were doing this on, with the pilots that took the hot sauce bottle or brought it out or whatever the case may be. They called them in. Tell me why. Long story short, I want to say 2 of the girls got fired. 3 of them were put on final, and none of the pilots lost their job. Like, none of the pilots lost their job, which is crazy. Now, I don't know if it's because of the union as to why the pilots didn't lose their job or their license or whatever the case may be, or maybe it's just the mere fact that they couldn't prove anything. Like, the planes don't have cameras. You're only the whoever it is that's watching you can only see one side of what's going on. They can't see behind the cockpit door, so they don't know if anything is actually happening. But I do know that people were fired, but except pilots. Excuse me. I never got to talk to any of the girls who did it. I do feel like they all eventually left the company at some point, but that was one of the urban legends at the company. It's not, I mean, it was factual. It actually happened. It's just, you know, the story changes and it shifts here and there. Like, people will say that they were hard down going at it in the cockpit. Like, if you've ever been in a cockpit, it's really hard to get it in like that, you know? But yeah, that's the Chicago 5. I'm sorry. I hope the story was good. I tried to remember as much as I can. Like, I even called some of my old flight attendant friends and was like, remember the Chicago 5? What actually happened that I might be forgetting? But yeah, I had a few good laughs with my peeps behind bringing that old story up. But I am almost at my destination, guys. I'm in Douglasville because I don't like shopping in Camp Creek. The traffic over there is really bad. It's really, really bad. The parking situation, people drive crazy. So yeah, I come to Douglasville for everything that I need. But anyway, that was my TED Talk. And I will try to figure out another story. You know what's crazy is like, you have this idea, or before you have the idea, shit, I shouldn't block this. Before you have the idea, you can recall everything that you want. Like, you know all the stories, all the tea. But the minute that you actually need to recall a story, you forget everything. So whenever I do have another story to tell you, I will definitely record it in the moment so I don't forget. But there's plenty. So, oh yes, there's plenty. I just thought of one. I think the next story I'll tell you is my flight from, this happened to me. My flight from Fort Lauderdale to Vegas when I first started, there was a couple in their 60s where they decided they want to join the Mile High Club. In their 60s. These ain't no young people, man. Like, these are, you know, mature adults. And they wanted to join the Mile High Club, and they decided to do it in their seats with a blanket. I guess they figured because it was a red eye that nobody would see, or, you know, it wouldn't be an issue. I don't really know, but I definitely caught them, and it was crazy. So yeah, that'll be the next one. But I just got to where I'm going, so I will talk to y'all in a bit. Good morning, Maz Gang. It is Saturday morning at 10 o'clock in the a.m. and I'm already at the house. It's my kind of day. If y'all don't know, I'm an early riser. Like, I cannot sleep all day. Like, I can't do it. Like, I would feel like I've missed half of my day if I'm in bed at 10:30. So to be up and out at 10 o'clock, chef's kiss. I love it. Right now I'm on my way to pick up a package that one of my friends, a set of my friends sent Alec and I. Matt's gang is amazing, y'all. Y'all are absolutely amazing. But I'm on my way to pick it up now. And then I have to go to Goodwill because since BJ left, I've been asking this young man to clean out his closet and throw away the things that, you know, he doesn't need. Not necessarily throw it away, but like put it in a bag so we can give it to Goodwill, ship it to Jamaica, figure out what to do with it because the clothes are good. Every time I would do it, he would come down with a bag of clothes. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess he did a good job. But since he left, he's in Orlando, I'm like, let me go in here and regulate. Because there's no way this closet still look like this and you done cleaned up everything. And I don't feel bad for doing it because my mama used to do it to me. She would give me a task, and if I didn't complete it, she would do it. And if I didn't like how she did it, oh well, because I told you to do it. So I learned from her to do it the right way. So yeah, I guess I never taught that to him. But why in this, I have a bag like that's bursting at the seams. Why did I find jeans and shirts and sweaters and jackets from when this young man was 10, 11 years old? Things he ain't worn in years. Size 32 pants. BJ ain't been a 32 since he was 10. I took all of that stuff out. Like, it looked like a completely new place. Like, there's absolutely nothing in that closet but 2 or 3 things hanging up. He has clothes in his drawers, so I don't know what's in there, but I'm not gonna go in that just yet. But yeah, that's what I did. That was my evening last night. But I guess I can tell y'all the story of the couple that wanted to join the Mile High Club. It's a short story. It's not really anything, you know, that long. Or crazy. But yeah, so this was one of my first trips. I know it was within the first year of me working as a flight attendant, and I was based in Fort Lauderdale at the time. So I was obviously on call, so they called me for this like 3-day trip, super easy. One leg to Vegas, it was like a red eye. I spent 36 hours in Vegas, and then I took the one early morning flight back to Vegas. So the flight that we would bring in, the flight, say Friday, the flight we took in Friday night / morning, I worked the reverse of that Sunday morning. So I think I had like a 6 extra time. But this couple came on board, very nice couple, very attractive couple. They were older. You can tell that they were like set in life, that they had old kids, you know, like they were probably in their mid to late 60s, but very fashionable. They looked like I would aspire to be like them at their age. And they were just so fun. They were like laughing and joking and like being really kind to the flight attendants. And they weren't, from what I could tell, they weren't drinking, like they were sober. So, you know, we do service on red-eye flights. It's really dark. And I don't think Spirit had regulations for the cabin, like the cabin lighting. So sometimes the flight attendants would turn the lights off. Like they would completely turn the lights so everybody would go to sleep. They shouldn't have done that. But you know, I'm new, so you do what you do. So regardless of whether the lights are on or off, I still have to do my compliance. So I'm walking up and I can hear like snickering. I can hear laughing and joking or whatever, but that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But then I look to my left because they're sitting aircraft left. And they're in the back because I was flying B at the time, so I'm in the back of the aircraft. They're in like, if it's 32 rows, they're probably like 26. So I look to my left and I see that they're laying down. Like he's kind of behind her and she's a little up against the wall. But they have a big blanket, like a big fleece blanket. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go, I see that they're close or where they're canoodling, but that's fine. It's not against the rules. I come back and I kind of hear like moaning. I'm just like, that can't be them. You know, like what's really going on? So like another 2 minutes go by, I walk by and I look and I see the blanket moving. But they're trying to like pretend like they're sleeping. I'm just like, I know I'm not crazy. But I don't say anything because I'm like, I could be misreading things. I don't know what's going on. So I tell another flight attendant, I'm like, girl, I need you to go look at 26 aircraft left and tell me what it is that you see. Tell me what it is that you think is happening. And she asked, she was like, do you think they're having sex? And I was like, that's what I thought. So we call the flight lead. The flight lead comes back there. Like, we just like play it cool, look aircraft right, or well, she's coming from the front to the back, so it would be on her right side. She's looking to the right. She sees them and blows a head gasket. When I tell you she went off, like she didn't even ask no questions. She turned on all the lights to full bright, woke up the entire cabin. I would not recommend doing this. That's not how I would have handled it, but she turned on the lights to the whole cabin. She had to separate the two. She put one in the front and one in the back. And it was so embarrassing. Like, I was embarrassed for them. And then I was also embarrassed at how my coworker handled it. Because granted, I understand they shouldn't have did it. It's against the law. You are like, you could be registered as a sex offender for doing something like that. You know what I mean? So it's very serious. However, that's why there's regulations in place for you to deter people from doing that. You never turn off all the lights on the red-eye flight because you have people who do that. Now, you wouldn't necessarily think that grandma and grandpa would be the ones getting it in the back of the aircraft, but it happens. It happens. People do what they want to do. And I mean, in all honesty, they were extremely apologetic. They were going to Vegas for their like anniversary trip. So, you know, I guess they were trying to spice it up. Spice it up somewhere else, y'all. Don't do that. Don't do that on the plane. That's not where to spice that up. Oh my God, it's a whole box of hangers. It must have fell off a truck. Damn. I could have used them. But yeah. That was that. We never called the cops. Like, She didn't call the police on them. And they were very apologetic. They were very, you know, sorry. But the lead for the rest of the flight was so nasty to them. Which, I mean, it is what it is. You shouldn't have been hunching on the plane. But yeah, that was the story. Quick and easy. I'm on my way to pick up this package. So I guess I'll talk to y'all a little later. Maybe once our friends come over the house. I be wanting to say names, but I don't know if they want their names on the channel. It's so hard to say my friends. Like, if my friends got names, I be calling Mike and Vic all the time. So I want to say names. Y'all tell me if I can say y'all name. Okay, bye. That's their experience. Oh yeah. That was Bye.
Oh. That was aggressive.
Oh, it's upside down. I'm asking.
Good night, guys.
You just...
No, I'm not saying good night. In Jamaica, we say good night as a greeting too. I wasn't trying to tell people bye.
Okay. Well, how's the chicken?
Good.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm eating the last piece, you know, because it doesn't make sense to put one piece of chicken in the fridge.
Oh, finally you understand.
It's one piece.
You've put one piece of chicken.
But that's because I'm like preparing for lunch the next day.
And you leave it there for 3 days.
Mm-mm. You just throw it away when it's optimal to eat it.
3 days in. All right, well, tonight was a beautiful night, guys.
Yes, it was.
Mass Gang had me ugly crying. If you know, you know. I really do appreciate all of you guys. I'm so grateful and thankful to have all of you. Like, to hear the stories tonight about the different parts in our life that resonated with people. You just really never know how you touch someone. So I'm so I don't feel like I'm giving it what I am truly feeling. I can't put it into words. I'm just so grateful. Yeah.
Especially going through a tough time, you know?
Yeah. Like, they understood that. And I felt seen, you know, like, they talked about that part too, like, you're grieving the loss of something, especially like something that was completely out of your control.
Yeah, so it takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time. I mean, then tonight we had, you know, a couple people over, just had a little bit of dinner. Brian, you know, cooked his specialties. And then I made a couple of cinnamon rolls. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But all in all, it was a nice night. Like, people came over from like 8 something. It's now 1:24.
And it just left not too long ago.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was a nice night. Nice way to start the long weekend. Yeah, mine ain't long though. It's just 2 days.
I mean, it's long. When do you get 2 consecutive days off anymore?
Yeah, maybe once a month.
Right.
Once a month.
So,
yeah. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit longer than usual, but if you did and you like this length, please give us a thumbs up.
Even if you didn't like it, give us a thumbs up.
Thank you. Don't be homophobic now. Give us a like for the community. But yeah, please comment down below what they commented this time around.
I don't know, but
just comment. Find something to comment. And then if you know somebody who wants a little bit more love in their lives, please share the video. And if you haven't done it already, do what?
Subscribe, guys.
All right. See you guys next week.
Bye.